It is cold. See my breath this morning. Good morning. Afternoon or evening in this case. Sunrise with the moon still peeking up. It's a beautiful morning. Glad you guys are here with me. You're the dang best. It's early. I need a coffee. We're creeping. January, I think 12th, 2026. There's frost on the ground. First frost pretty much of the winter. We've been so lucky though. It's been so dang nice. Stay tuned. We're going to do some creeping. I'm not sure what today's going to bring. But as I said, you guys are the best for being here. Brr, it's cold. I need some coffee. Look how beautiful it is though. Absolutely stunning. Yep, it is frosty this morning. You can kind of see the glistening of the frost on the ground. But as I pan the camera back up, look at how beautiful the sky is this morning with the crescent moon. Mac, tonight, is that you? All right, we are moving up the Springwater corridor. I'm about to get back on the bike. I gotta put my gloves on because if not, I'll probably lose my fingers due to hypothermia. And I need a coffee. I think today I'm going to go with Mickey D. Speaking of Mac tonight, it's been a while since we've had some Mickey Dukes. McCafe. So I'm going to hit back on the Creeper Cruiser now and head up there next. Again, I love you guys for being here. It's early. And I thought I'd go the longer route and come back up here to the perch. I call this spot the perch because you can see Mount Hood so dang good. Just beautiful. Look at all that snow up there. It's actually the least amount of snow that we've gotten in quite some time. All the resorts and stuff, it took them a while to get open this year. Normally they're open back, you know, December, closer to Christmas and stuff. So absolutely beautiful though this morning. Mount Hood showing off. All right, Mickey D's, here we go. It was worth the trip. Made it to Mickey D's. Golden Arch is looking good. Got these seagulls buzzing overhead. You think we're at Lincoln City? The Lincoln City Seagulls. All right, we're going in. I might even get, I'm getting an espresso this time. I always say it and then I never do it. So they have the espresso machine here as well where they can put the shots in the coffee. I'm going for it this morning. The Seagulls approve. Oh, there goes the Portland Crows. It's a battle this morning. Actually, I think they're homies. Yeah, this Portland Seagull, or the Portland Crows and the Lincoln City Seagulls are homies. All right, I'm going in. All right, coffee achieved, piping hot. Getting today's video uploaded. And first and foremost, getting nice and caffeinated for the day. We got some steam coming off of that bad boy too. Don't mind if we do. I was just sitting in a different spot with some folks that come in every day, have their little routine. I was like, I'm in your guys' spot, but I'm just keeping it warm. Some hot food. It's been a while too since I've had those espresso shots, McCafe style. Oh, that's good this morning. Right behind you. Oh. We were just looking at how glorious it looked this morning in the sun coming up, and there it is again, showing off. All right, you guys, coffee's hitting good. I traded spots with these nice folks because this is their territory. This is their world. I'm just living in it. Coffee's hitting good. Oh, okay. All right, second coffee achieved. And as you can see, it's nice and hot. One thing good about Mickey D's, it is always nice and hot. And it is super nice out. A little chilly. But beautiful blue skies today. And now, I need a treat. I'm gonna head up to Winco and get a donut. But look at this, beautiful sunrise poking out of Mickey D's this morning. That feels amazing. Alright, I'm going to head up to Winco next and grab a donut. I'm not sure what the rest of the day is going to bring. Look at that sun this morning. It feels so dang good. Winky. Going to get me a donut. And I also want to get some tortillas. Last time I was here, I tried to get some and the price was wrong and I just gave up. So gonna give it a whirl again. They've even got the like sand down this morning, or you know, the de-icer stuff, which almost makes it look like it is icy, but it's actually to prevent it. All right, I'm going in Winky style. All right, items achieved. Got some bagels. I got some more of these little mints, and I also got some lettuce. Make me a little chicken sandwich later. This guy's on break again. Self-driving floor cleaner, working all the shifts. He was just moving, and now he's on break again. Oh, he doesn't know what to do. Oh, there he goes. Get back to work. You know you work all the shifts. All right, I'm out of here. See you later, buddy. All right, items achieved. Got my coffee on the handlebar still. Got my trusty tote here from my good friend Marie. Thanks again. I've been using the heck out of this. And I got some snackies, got some lunch items. And it is just absolutely stunning out. Let me flip this around again. Yeah, this is just very beautiful today. Absolutely stoked for January. Absolutely. All right, heading back to the Creeper Cave. I'm gonna get these groceries put away, get Penelope let out and fed. And like I said, I'm not quite sure what's gonna happen today, but it's absolutely beautiful. I don't have to work tonight. And I'm just gonna enjoy the day, random creep day. All right, we're super close to the Creeper Cave, so I thought I would come up here real quick to the cemetery right here in Gresham, Oregon. Forest Lawn Memorial Park Cemetery, and I actually just talked with the people at the office that have been so dang good to me. They gave me a map, and we are going to head over to Block H Rose, which is the final resting place to a last name that you would probably recognize. In fact, today has a lot of really cool ties to the last name. If you guys remember the show All in the Family, it actually premiered today, and Sally Struthers, you know, being one of the main actresses on the show, is actually from here, Portland, Oregon, Gresham, Oregon. Grew up, went to Grant High School. So I popped into the office to get a little bit more info, and I was here not too long ago and recognized the last name on one of the headstones. We're going to go over there and check it out now. I believe, I could be wrong, but it is Sally Struthers' grandma's headstone. We're gonna go check it out. The name, last name, like I said, very unique. So I could be totally wrong, but we're gonna go look at it anyways. I'll tell you more about the connections to the show All in the Family, Sally Struthers, and Portland, Oregon, and then we'll head home. Just real quick, I'm gonna go document it though. Alright, just walked down not too far from actually the main office, and with the help of the map and a little Columbo-like research, we found it. So I could be wrong, but as I did a little research here, I noticed that Sally Struthers' parents both grew up in the Portland area. They moved here in the early 50s. As stated, the last name Struthers, S-T-R-U-T-H-E-R-S. And if you guys remember, or you don't remember, Sally Struthers, right here, featured in the show All in the Family. She got her start acting in plays at Grant High School, graduated from Grant High School, and went on to do some advertising with a few local businesses here in the Portland area over the years, kind of gaining her notoriety, doing some ads for Mario's, which was like a company. But she grew up here in Portland, Oregon, raised by her stepfather, and eventually moved away to, you know, star in All in the Family, which premiered today. And yeah, definitely a Portland native. So when I saw this headstone, I automatically connected the last name. Again, I could be totally wrong. This could be, you know, this could be having nothing to do with the family, but I wanted to come document it because her mom and dad are actually buried here in Oregon as well at Willamette National Cemetery, not too far from here, which we've documented a ton of headstones over the years from a ton of different people. But her dad, Robert Alden Struthers, is the guy that, you know, helped raise her. She won a Emmy in the show All in the Family, and her dad actually died pretty early too, at the age of 51. And she grew up not too far from here in the Concordia neighborhood, which eventually I'd like to find, you know, her house and document that as well. But I believe this is the final resting place to her grandparents, Stanley M. and Grace. So, like I said, I could be wrong. But Sally got her start, you know, at Grant High School on stage doing acting gigs, which I found some pictures too as well, and also her high school yearbook photo and a few other things. I believe she graduated in '65. In 1961, Struthers started her freshman year at Grant High School. Over her 4 years there, Struthers threw herself into as many activities as possible. She became a cheerleader, club leader, and got involved in Grant's theater program. So, like I said, I saw the last name and thought I'd come up here and document this. Again, I could be totally wrong, but with that unique last name, I'm pretty sure this is connected to the family with, you know, both her parents, you know, being laid to rest out here as well. Pretty strong last name. But that show, All in the Family, Meathead, that was actually my dad's CB handle. Growing up, we had like little nicknames and stuff, and my dad chose Meathead. But yeah, a lot of connections to Portland, even if this isn't her, you know, family. The Struthers last name definitely runs deep here. In fact, they just did a thing at Grant High School. I think it was their anniversary of the actual high school, and she showed up for it, so that was pretty dang cool. Yeah, it says here, after high school, Sally Struthers drove to Pasadena, California to attend the Pasadena Playhouse, a college for theater arts. The Pasadena Playhouse was competitive and intense, but Struthers remained upbeat throughout her time there. Just a few years later, when Struthers was in her 20s, her father died in a car accident. Long before then, Struthers had gotten used to his absence from her life. Even so, the loss was so hard. And it also says, when Sal's dad passed away, says Bennett, her mom was just a rock for her and was always there for her. Soon after Struthers left the Pasadena Playhouse in 1967, she was hired for her first commercial job. Struthers worked for several years on more commercial acting roles, and in 1967 she began appearing on the Smothers Brothers Comedy Hour. After that, she landed a role in the 1970 drama 5 Easy Pieces, which starred Jack Nicholson. The movie received 4 Oscar nominations. Wow. After 6 weeks, it was a tough blow, but shortly after that, she auditioned for a new show called All in the Family after the Tim Conway Hour that she appeared on. Didn't last long. But there you have it, the last name Struthers. Again, I'm not sure if this has anything to do with the family, but I thought I'd come document it. Alright. I'm going to head back to the creeper cave now, have a little bit of bite to eat. She is buried right there. I believe it's her grandparents. Section 8 Rose, not too far from the cemetery office, and just right next to this big, beautiful tree right here. Sally Struthers. Like I said, could be totally wrong, but I highly doubt it with that last name being so unique and all the connections already to Oregon. Yep, Section 8 Rose. We are slowly maneuvering out of the cemetery. Thanks again to the good folks here at the office for always dialing me in. And again, if I'm wrong, I do apologize to the other Struthers family. Look how beautiful this like frost on the ground looks right now. Again, if that has nothing to do with the Struthers family, Sally Struthers side, then I do apologize. But usually when the last name is that unique and the connections are that close, yep, just a beautiful cemetery either way. Alright, heading back now because Penelope needs to get let out. And I need something to eat. Alright, back home now in the Creeper Cave. And as I was doing a little bit more research, I found some information of Robert Alden Struthers, which was Sally's dad. He's actually buried here in Portland at Willamette National. But check it out, I was wrong. It lists his parents as Gavin Hamilton Struthers, 1895 to 1955, and Marinetta Jenny Ainsworth Struthers, 1895 to 1955. But what I was thinking was, this easily could have been Robert's, or those headstones easily could have been Robert's brother. So, not her parents, but still maybe intertwined with the family. Here's her dad's headstone there at Willamette National. So, yeah, pretty interesting. So I could be totally wrong, but I'm still guessing that name is strong. So it's probably in the family somewhere, right? All in the family. Get it? Yeah, what a good show. Rest in peace to Rob Reiner, too. That was very tragic what happened to you and your wife. Crazy. Absolutely crazy. But I watch All in the Family all the time on their reruns. They do a network out here that plays all the old 70s and 80s shows, and it's hilarious. Archie Bunker, man, that guy is actually Homer Simpson, loosely based on Archie Bunker too. But Sally Struthers, the connection here to Portland, pretty dang cool. Yeah, it reminded me, I got this old original Simpsons Mania, history of TV's first family, and if you look at it, it's got a ton of, loosely based, Homer was loosely based on, a bunch of different TV dads over the years. But you can see here the All in the Family has the ties as well. It says All in the Family dealt with explosive issues and themes just as The Simpsons does. Both families have a blue-collared background and treat each other in the same rough and loving manner. But yeah, I don't think they could get away with some of the stuff that he says on the show now. But there she is, a very young Sally Struthers. Again, Simpsons Mania. Not to mention one of my favorite characters on the show, Mr. Burns, voiced by Harry Shearer. I never say his name right. And the connection and love that he has for Spinal Tap, the band, which Rob Reiner did his very first documentary / movie on them, and they just did a new one right before he died. So kind of full circle moment. And then, you know, Stand By Me and all the things that had the connections to Oregon. So full circle moment on, you know, All in the Family, Sally Struthers, Portland, Oregon, The Simpsons, Oregon in general. And that's going to do it. From the Creeper Cave, I love you guys so dang much for being here and tuning in and creeping with me. You guys are the best. But yeah, I think Harry even played with them. I think he plays guitar or bass, possibly even sings. I could be wrong. But yeah, the connection to The Simpsons and Portland, Oregon, pretty dang neat. My aunt actually went to school with Sally. Same year. I think they both graduated. I think it was 1956. Grant High School. I love you guys. If you have any good Sally Struthers stories or other connections, let me know. Love you guys. Creeper out for now. Peace.
Gresham.